The following is an interview I had with Felton Culbertson. Him and his wife run CNC Urban Farms. So here's the video. Here's
How
the
did you
discussion.
start your business? What motivated you to go into urban farming?
Well, I've always been, like I said, I'm a country guy and my folks farmed. So when I got married, we moved from Syracuse to here, and this was a city environment. So what happened was, like I said, the garden, managing the garden, working in the garden and everything, brought all of that back to me. And so, like I said, during the pandemic, I had nothing else to do. So I got back into that on on the microgreen scale because I had no land. And because Ann asked me, she said, that's kind of crazy, ain't it? I said, yeah, well, what else we got to do?
Okay.
And I started getting all the information that I needed, learning how to grow them. What was how can you say, the process. Once I learned the process, then I learned how different microgreens grow, how long it took them to grow and stuff. And I had been doing that before the pandemic. So when that came, it was kind of like I was right on time.
So you had to learn the process of how to plant things to keep enough production going so you could be at the market. Right,
because what happened was you guys had invited me the year before last year, but I was doing the public market, but I hadn't got myself to be able to do two markets because I'm doing my stuff in my living room.
Okay.
So what I done was over the winter, last winter, I defined my growing technique. I said I'm going to have two markets to do, so I have to plant for them. So what I done was I planted on Monday because most of the crop I got is 7 to 12 day crop.
Okay. So you can adapt very quickly if customers say they like this kind in a week or two, you could adapt to that.
Right, exactly. And that was what I liked about it. See that turnover, that fast harvest and everything. And so then I figured out, what? I can plant on Monday, I can plant on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that way I'll have enough for both markets.
Okay. What's been your experience with the Westside Farmers Market? Can you summarize how that has been?
Actually, my experience has been great. I've gained more customers and stuff, and I love the environment. To be honest, let me tell you, where we at in the area, right? And what you guys do, it makes it, and plus, you meet other farmers.
Yeah.
And we all buy from each other. We all, you learn. And see, and that's my purpose. Anytime that I deal with other human beings, I feel that I should be able to learn something. And I should be able to give something. So that was what, actually, I'll tell you this. I make more money at the Westside Market than I do at the public.
That's great.
Now, when you figure that out, tell me. Okay, so see, because people come to the Westside Market to actually buy. Us personally, Ann and I, it has expanded our business and it has taught us. That's what and you guys got a good setup. I mean, that's the beauty about that. You have a good setup. I felt comfortable.
So not only comfortable, did you feel you belonged at the market?
Yeah, I felt I belonged after the first week. We came back the second week. Well, you guys do a good job of that. You see, that's what I mean by it's kind of like you guys are like a football player coach. You make sure you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You make everybody comfortable. You check on people. I know you check on me. That's all I can speak
Yes,
for.
I check with everybody.
But you know, and that's a part of making people feel comfortable.
Well, you gotten to know your customers. Have you gotten to meet new customers that you've developed a relationship that you see every week?
Yes, I have customers that return every week, so I know what these customers want. So
Okay.
I have that prepared for them, and always have a smile on your face. You know, if you're smiling, the customer's gonna smile.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And we have fun.
that's the good part about it. And yeah, you got to bring them up.
One thing I wanted to add, I'm sorry to
No,
interrupt.
go right ahead, Ann.
Well, a thing that I really appreciated was a good energy and just a good vibe. Your market's in a place that in some people's minds is maybe a food desert,
Mhm.
and you provide an oasis in that desert. It's a place, like Felton said, people feel comfortable. And you know my situation, I work, and I'm usually pretty pooped, to be honest with you. I run behind pre-K kids all day. But
Mhm. God bless you.
I get there and it's energizing. It's not work for a couple of hours. It's fun. And that's something it's hard to say about a place that you in quotes work at, So I appreciate the market for that. It's a great energy. And as Felton said, we have people that from there come to the public market and will trade with us as well. So it's been great exposure for us.
Well, we appreciate you being there. We appreciate you being there very, very much.
And we appreciate the fact that last year you reached, well, the year before, when the pandemic started, you reached out. We were just getting started at the public market, and we didn't want to overcommit ourselves without seeing how we would do with one market.
That was
And
smart.
you reached out the next year. We were more in position to be able to take on another market. So we appreciate that.
Good.
That you made us feel very welcome.
Great. Great. What's new for this year for you? What are you going to do different at the market?
Doing mushrooms. I have assortment of I'm doing the microgreens too. I'm just adding, what is it, variety, So I'm growing oysters, shiitake, and lion's mane.
Will those be able to be around all season, or are they a seasonal thing?
Well, see, when you're indoor grower, everything's all year round.
Okay.
See, to give you for an example, look, you guys, like I tell you, are so above the public market because they don't have time to do what you guys do. They don't have that time. They got a million problems going because there's always people parking in the vendor's spot, kids getting lost. They have a lot of issues. See, you guys, which is actually better, have a more hands-on approach, make people feel comfortable, which is the most important thing. And like Ann was saying, I noticed now, I used to work for a guy that owns a lot of rental property around there, Scott, and a lot of the college kids. And I had known him because me and another friend of mine worked for him sometime during the summer, because I cooked at the U of R. And I see why those kids go there, but it's a lot of, and like Ann said, you're considered in a food desert. You got people, and they take the little round coins and stuff, so you're giving people options. I got to ask you about the insurance now. Last year, y'all took care of that. Okay, I need to know where I can get that.
I'll do it again.
Okay. And do I need to bring my own tent and stuff?
We can continue to provide it.
Okay. See, you see what I'm saying? This is what makes people feel comfortable and want a deal. It's it's like at the market, whether it's West Side or the public market. I have customers that come every week. So what I do is I make up extra stuff for them. Because they're spending their money with me. They're coming happy, telling me they like my product. So I make up extra stuff for them. And I set that aside. So when they come, they got more than what I was charging. You
They
see,
keep coming back.
exactly. They give you a conversation. When people giving you their money,